Hello there, brothers and sisters of the WoT Blitz universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict again. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're gonna talk about the Type 58, which is basically the T-34-85, but Chinese. The main difference is that as soon as you get the tank, you already have the top gun, which is 85mm gun. And if you already play the T-34-85, you're gonna treat it exactly the same like the T-34-85. Now we're gonna take a look at the consumables. As you can see, I'm using standard consumables, multi-purpose restoration pack, repair kit and adrenaline. As it comes for provisions, I'm using improved combat rations, standard combat rations and improved fuel. As it comes for ammo loadout, as you can see, 33 shells of AP, 19 of APCR and 6 of HE, because HE on this tank is pretty solid. As it comes for equipment, I'm using calibrated shells to get HE pan, enhanced gun laying drive and vertical stabilizer. Also improved modules, improved enhanced armor, improved optics and engine accelerator. If I use the last two, I would use toolbox and high-end consumables. And now let's have a look at the armor profile. As you can see, the best way to play this tank is to go hold down, because you have pretty much good armor with 7 degrees of gun depression, so this turret can bounce a lot. And if you need to try to bait the shots on the side, you can side scrape a bit. As you can see, the side armor isn't really bad, but I would advise you to play it hold down. That's the best way to play it. But if you have to, you can also try to bait your shots on your front plate. As you can see, you can troll some, create some bounces on the front plate. But if you are not curious, if you're not cautioned, you can get in trouble fast. The rest of the armor isn't really spectacular, so there's nothing, not much I can tell you about it. Let's go to the gameplay and just see how how this tank is handling the job. I prepared 3 games for you. 2 are first class and 1 is the second class. I wasn't able to ace this tank, even though I had pretty good solid games, and I want to show you those games. They are not like epic, but they are good. You can, as you can see, you can easily do good with your tank if you're used to medium tanks, if you know how to drive medium tanks. Just treat it like a T-34-85. Basically, that's the same tank. I haven't checked the exact stats, but I think it's pretty much the same in terms of penetration, in terms of movement, mobility, gun traverse, turret traverse, and so on. So I think if you play the T-34-85 and if you're used to that tank, because it's a pretty damn good tank, and it's the same with this one. As you can see, we can create some bounces. Unfortunately, we're gonna get hit, but I wasn't expecting so many enemies on this side. But we're gonna play hold down again. We're trying to use HE. As I told you, the HE is quite nice, and you can see we can penetrate the butt on the sides of the tanks, dealing close to 300 damage per shot, which is great, and it rises your DPM by 50%, which is really great. The basic stats, if you want to check the basic stats, of course you can do it in the game. It's a Tech 3 tank, so I haven't showed you the statistics of this tank, the DPM and so on. If you want to, you can just check them in game. But this tank is quite good overall. It doesn't do great in certain scenarios, but in general it's a very solid tank, and if you play it hold down, you can do really good in it, because the turret, as you seen in the armor inspector, isn't really that easy to penetrate. Only the hatches are, but if you move back and forth or side to side, it's not gonna be easy pen for your enemies. And as you can see, we're sitting on almost 2k damage already, and there's 3 enemies left. This Cheeto will just go bye-bye. I know there's a Type 64 on my right side, but I want to help my teammate with the one he's fighting with. We take a shot on the run, one shot. Unfortunately we missed, but you can't hit all the shots in full movement. As you will see, we get a one shot here, and basically that's all we're gonna get. But there's also a type, and the type is made of paper, so we're gonna load HE, and we're gonna deal with him with a nice HE shell. I think we're gonna shoot AP first, I think, yeah. Then we're gonna switch to HE, and we're gonna try to deal as much damage as we possibly can. And you will see that the highest roll, it wasn't the top high roll, but still we did some nice damage, almost 3k damage for tier 6 medium tank. I don't think it's a bad game. So we're gonna see in a minute how we did. We got a first class, as I remember, for this game. Yeah, it was a first class. We also did 4 kills, get first class, high caliber and scout medal, and we did 951 base XP with 4 kills. Quite nice. And as you can see in all the games I'm playing, you'll see there's one more. I'm using this tank hold down, and basically that's the best, as I told you, that's the best technique to use it. Be mobile, flank, and get hold down, and that's basically all you need to be effective in this tank. If you know the position, the hold down position with not so steep terrain, so you can deal with the 7 degrees of gun depression, you will do just fine. You will see in this battle we also did quite nice amount of damage, and we were able to help our team to achieve victory, which is great. And as you can see, we're bouncing on our turret. The medium tanks and also the heavy tanks are not so like 100% sure they're gonna pen you. Basically they're gonna bounce you, especially when you don't sit still. If you move around, this gun doesn't really give you that much opportunity to move around, because the aiming circle is being quite big if you're moving your tank around. But still, it's a tier 6 tank, and the accuracy on this gun, it's quite, the gun handling in general in this tank, I think it's quite good, in my opinion. So now we're gonna farm some damage here. If there's a chance, why not to use it? We're still helping our team. This guy isn't AFK, and we're gonna try to get the kill on this one, and we were able to. And there's VK rolling around here, so we need to deal with him now. And as I told you, I'm trying to stay hold down, show only my turret, but in this scenario we're gonna try to create some bounces, and we're not really effective in it, but we can burn him down. I have a friend here, so we burned him down. Unfortunately he got shot probably by this T1 heavy. Basically the T1 heavy is a great tank right now. It's been buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed so hard that it really can do damage. I was waiting till this KV2 shoots. He shoot it and bounced. I don't know why he didn't use HE. HE would do great in this situation. So we're gonna try to get some shots from here, because it's 5 on 4. It's not looking bad, but I don't want to use my hit point pool right now. I want to keep them, save them in case I'm gonna need them later. And this VK is a good tank to get rid of, because the armor profile on it is really great on tier 6, especially if it's top tier like in this battle. It's really great. Also the armor on the T1 heavy is a really great armor. Even though it's a tier 5, you're gonna see it's not that easy to deal with it with the tier 6 medium tank. I was using APCR just to guarantee the pan on the VK, and now we're gonna try to use AP. I don't know if I'm gonna use APCR, because I think we'll get his back, so we will be able to sneak some shots before he turns to us. and if he turns, we can also use the APCR if needed. But we were able to clear him out for our fourth kill, which was quite good game. Well, basically I like this tank. I didn't like it at the beginning, but if you're used to it, it's great tank. So over 2k damage, first class, top gun, 4 kills, and 881 base XP, which is quite nice. And it's the last game. I think it was second class. Basically, I don't know how it's gonna be like the proportions of the screen on your if you're watching on computers and so on, because I'm using different type of recorder, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but at least I have better sound quality, game sound quality, because everything I do on my smartphone, if you don't know by now. So it's quite hard to get as much advantage as I would do it on the PC, but I'm trying to do my best. And I hope the proportions of the screen will be okay. We're gonna see in before I create this montage, and then I will probably re-record it if needed, because I still have the replays. I don't know if I have all of them, if I didn't get rid of them, but I hope it's gonna be okay. And yeah. And that's it. And as you can see, we're still trying to get hold down. We're using this hardcover on our red side, and we're just showing our turret, which is a great thing because we can bounce some shots, create some bounce zones. And now we're gonna just simply try to push. As you can see, I'm bouncing quite a lot of shots. I know they're sitting there. If they sit there and do nothing, let them sit there, and we're gonna help our friend here to clear this 80. And then we are gonna handle the rest of the reds, because those who are sitting on the camp bush aren't really a threat for us. We need to clear those active players, the better players, because we can see those who are sitting there aren't really good players, because if they were, they would move a long time ago. So basically we're trying to get some shots. I can see the sentinels trying to get me from the other side, so we're gonna turn around, get one shot, create one nice bounce, and ram him for a little bit of damage, and we're gonna finish him off with a shot. There's a VK, but I know my team is dealing with the VK, and it was 6 on 2, so on 1 basically there's 2 of us here out of 5, so that means there's 3 tanks dealing with a VK, which means we can easily go and deal with this 88. We're gonna go for the track shot, so we can get behind them, otherwise we'll be in trouble. But now we're all good. There's no chance he can move, do anything, because we will be always behind him. He was able to clear 1 tank, good for him. But I don't know why he was driving around like that. But still, we're gonna deal with him for the last kill, and we ended up on 2 kills in this game, almost 1000 damage blocked, and almost 1,800 damage dealt, which is also a nice game. We got the second class with the 778 base XP. And basically that's all for this review. Hope it helped you a bit if you're struggling with this tank. This tank is really good. If you want to talk with me or other guys on my Discord, please join my Discord. The link is in the description below. You're welcome to get there and talk with other guys and me, because we're having fun there. There's a lot of jokes, there's a lot of nice games coming in, and if you want to send me your replays, please do also do it on my Discord. There's a specially place where you can put them. Basically that's all for this episode. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.